Hey, what's up? My name's Quinn, and this is how I made my beat for the Kenny Beats Honeymoon battle. Big ups to all of the Kenny Beats Discord and community, and Kenny Beats, of course, and the other participants. Sam R killed it, especially. Yeah, a lot of good shit out there. Anyway, this is just how I do things. It's probably the wrong way. When I work, I almost always start with drums first. And the way I set a groove is I'll do just like a basic kick, hat, snare thing, and then I'll work from there and fill it out. So I do sort of like 4 bars, 2 bars, whatever that feels good as a pattern, and then I'll repeat it and just change little bits here and there. Because I don't need to lay out all of this. I can just duplicate it and shift things around a little bit, and it is pretty much set to go. So this is what it sounds like. So that's one full pattern. Really, I only did the 2 bars and then repeated it again. And the way I work is the hat and the snare is really what sets the groove. The kick, 99% of the time, will come in like directly on grid, maybe a little bit off, but you can get that swing from everything else. And I think for me, at least, having the kick a little bit more grounded and on beat helps keep it together, while you can still go super out with everything else. That's just how I do it. So for instance, like this snare here, hitting super before the hat. That's just, again, that's just me going in and nudging things around to what feels good. If you're looking to get into this type of thing and you're not sure where to place your snares and all that type of stuff, I encourage you to go just like YouTube some drummers. Go look how they play, listen to where they're playing their snares, where they're placing their hi-hats in a beat. JD Beck is one drummer that I watch a lot of. In fact, I stole some of his snares from a YouTube video. I mean, borrowed. For this project in particular. So started with the hi-hat, and then from here it's just adding things in to make it feel more natural. So I added some snare rolls and some texture, as well as a real hi-hat just on every downbeat. Just to, keep it a little bit more natural. And then from here, just a lot more textures, cymbals here and there, things leading into snares just to fill out the drums. Added in some loops. And there's my drums. I'll preface this by saying the sample fucking sucked. I hated it. But whatever. I was just trying to find something that wasn't horrible from this sample, essentially. So I found a little bit in it that I chopped up, and then using Edison's blur tool turned into a pretty usable string. And that's just kind of looping throughout. I also have this synthy thing in the back, which not sold on 100%, but it does add to it. Not huge on that, but I needed some things to add in there. And then just added some other parts of the sample. From there, I had a pitch that the string was going to be playing throughout, so I wanted to write some chords that were going to mostly work with that one note all the way through. And this is what I came up with. I wrote some chords where the bass note is changing, but everything else is staying the same for the most part. With the sample. So yeah, now we're starting to come up with a little bit of something melodically. And from there, it was just writing a bass line. I took that bass note from the keys and just started throwing it around and seeing what I can come up with. I should know that I do everything with pencil because I can't play a keyboard. Let's talk about the bass for a sec. Really, all the bass is it's an electric piano sound from Serum with a bass guitar under it, and I put like an auto wah on it. That's literally all it is. The one thing that I found with this type of music, when you're going for the super laid back, funky style, auto wah makes everything sound more human. And the way that I came up with this line is I took the line from the first one, which I had already written, threw it in here, changed some things up. Do that twice, and then add in a harmony, and this bass part is done. That's it. I added some percussion in this part just to like keep things alive. It counts a go-to as well. He's got Crazy Pocket, and it just kind of worked with what I was doing in terms of my pocket. I chopped up one other part of the sample and turned it into a perk, which I used in this part, which I'll show right here. Yeah, that's it. Most of my process is just throwing things into the DAW and seeing what works and then nudging it around, not snap to grid. And that's how I get a good feel, which is, yeah, pretty important to me. All together sounds like this. Thanks. Again, big ups to all the Kenny Beats Discord community and Twitch, everybody there. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much for putting this all together. It's a great opportunity for so many people, so I appreciate it. And I'll see y'all again.